Hello, Nick Nyman here with Nick Knits. If you welcome, welcome to episode 15. We're starting off strong here. I have so much to show you guys. I'm very excited. But first of all, just thank you for being here. If you are brand new here, please make sure to subscribe. And I'm hoping that the audio is good. I've got a new mic. I don't know, this is its debut, so let's see. But I have so much stuff to share with you guys, so I'm just going to jump right in. So let's start with what I'm wearing. This is the Felix pullover, and I love the details on the raglans. Oh, I think it's so gorgeous. And it is knit in upcycle alpaca from Knitpicks. I do have a lot of this yarn. I got it on sale in a bunch of different colors like a couple years ago. So there will be more projects to come, but I love this yarn. So I've been having a good time with my projects that are already done, and the ones that are still to come, I'm sure I will enjoy as well. I did knit this year. I've already shared it. If you've been here before, I've already shared it because it was my first finished object of this year, and it was part of my Make 9, which if you saw my last video, I shared my Make 9 and it has already changed since then, so it's fine. But this was my first completed item off of it, so I have at least 8 more to go. But oh my gosh, you guys, I've been going crazy and I'm loving all my projects. So let's go ahead and jump into that. I have 2 FOs, 1, 2, 3 whips, and then a few things that are about to come that I'm very excited about. So let's start with those FOs. The first one is, this is from my Farmer's Daughter Fibers January yarn, the Sock Squad 2026. And the yarn for January was called Deep Winter. And you guys, if you've been here, you've already seen it getting worked up, but now they're officially done. Here they are. I'm sorry about the lighting. It is much later than I wanted to record, but it was do it now or it's probably not going to happen. So I just decided to do it now. But look at how gorgeous. So this, the pattern is from, I believe it's called My Cup of Tea. And I just did this little panel. And then on the other sock, it's on the other side. So it's on the outside of my leg, you know. But I love this. It's supposed to be, I think it's supposed to be all over. And you can take it all the way down the foot. But I just like doing this little panel on socks. I think it's fun. This color is gorgeous. It does come with a mini that I chose not to use. So her whole thing this year is exploration of color, I think is what they're calling it. Here, I've got the book. An exploration of color, yep. And it came with this sock journal. But I've already, as you can see, I've already ripped out to put in my junk journal the months that we received. So I don't know where to put this. I have so much stuff sitting around me ready for this podcast. Anyway, so it's an exploration of color. And so the month 1 was blue. And so the mini was another shade of blue. And I'm already in love with this whole subscription. I'm so excited for all of the months to come. I do have the February to show you in a little bit, and it is just as gorgeous. So very excited about that. That's my first finished object. My second is another pair of socks. So this is from, I also get Yarnable every month, and this is the January, I believe, colorway called, yeah, because it was called Celebration. And I decided to do a broken rib. Look how gorgeous that is. Oh, I decided to do a broken rib. So it's just a 2x2. I did 2x2 on the cuff, knowing that I was doing that broken rib. So you do 2x2, and then the next row, you knit the whole thing. That's it. Super simple. I decided to take that one all the way down the foot, obviously not on the toe. And then the bottom of the foot, I just did a stockinette. So all my socks, I do 60 stitches on a US 1, and all my fingering weight socks, which I have 1 pair, I think, of DK. Everything else I do fingering. I'm just not into the DK. I love that I have a formula. I know exactly how many rows I need, and it just makes me happy. So it's a full pair, completely done. I absolutely love them. I did, I think 50. I think it's 50 rows that I did. I did 20. I think these numbers are right. I don't know. And then I do a heel flap and gusset. I got away from those for a little bit and was doing like a short row heel. I don't know which one it was called, but it was a really simple short row heel. And I find that the heel flaps just fit better. And then, like, I had it in my head that they were so much more complicated. They're really not. They're so easy. And so I started doing them again, and I've fallen back in love with heel flap and gusset. So that's probably, it fits the best on my foot, and I enjoy doing it. So that's probably what I'm going to stick with. I'm very intrigued by the, which one is it? It's Nitty Natty. Just started using it pretty often. I think it's something is the new black. I don't remember, but anyway, she's used it a couple times. It's not her pattern. It's just one that she's been using, and she really liked it. It's really pretty. It's like a ribbed heel. But then you do a short row turn, and I just don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I might try it. It looks like it would fit more like a heel flap and gusset, so that might be in my future, but it's not right now. So, okay, let's move on to the whips. Like I said, I've got 3 of them to show you. Only one is something that you've seen. So let's start there. This is my DRK Everyday. That's the sweater, but I am doing it with a yarn that makes it even more fun. Mine is the DRK Everyday Boucle, which I just like to say. And I feel like Dr. Seuss right now. I have made a good bit of progress on this. So it's a top-down raglan. The boucle has been a bit of a challenge, I'm not going to lie, to work with, because my needles keep trying to get stuck on the little loops. And so I just feel like now I'm to the point, like I've separated for sleeves, I'm working on the body. I need to knit this to, I think, 8 inches, and I'm at whatever that is. I don't think I have a measure or tape measure right here. I bet I have one in this bag, actually. Let's see. Let's see where we're at in real time. I have, y'all, I got a whole pack of these. It's like 12 or 14 of them on Amazon. And I just throw one in like every bag that I have. It's so handy to just always have a tape measure. All right. So we are at about 6 inches. And I need to go to 8. So we're really getting close on the body. But what I was going to say with this boucle yarn is now that I'm just knitting in the round, it's usually like so autopilot. And with this boucle, it just isn't, because it wants so bad to catch on all those little loops. But this is one of those where it's like, I want the finished product so much, and it's so squishy and soft, and I just can't wait to have it on my body. So I'm pushing through. And I mean, look at the texture up close. It is so pretty. Oh, I'm obsessed. This color is called Ginger Ale, which is fun. It's a very nice neutral. I'm very excited to get this done. And so I've just been kind of like, basically I'm to the point where I'm just forcing myself to work on it because I just want to get through it. But obviously it's working because I'm at 6 inches of 8, and then I have a couple inches of ribbing, and then the sleeves. So I'm not even going to make a prediction on when it'll be done. I'm not going to say by the next podcast because I have so much other stuff I so bad want to work on. But I'm really trying to only have one garment going at a time so that I finish them. That is my goal. Not promising anything, but that is my goal. So that's where we're at on that. That yarn is also from Knitpicks. I really wish that I could be sponsored by them. That would be amazing. It's never going to happen, but I use almost exclusively their wool. And I love it. I love their yarn. So let me get a sip of my tea real quick. It's been so cold here. Every day at work, we have like a water cooler. You can get cold or hot water. And so I have teas at work, and I just make myself a tea at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's wonderful. Okay. And I'm still drinking it. But that's the nice thing about these little tumblers, right? Is it's still nice and hot. Okay, my next whip is called, well, what I'm calling it is a cheer scarf. The reason I'm calling it that, this is a new cast on, is because it is in, I have 2 sons, if you don't already know that, teenagers. So they're both in high school. I have a freshman and a senior. And so this scarf is in their school colors. Now, granted, my senior, not going to get to do a lot of cheering for him in this, but that's okay. I have made so much progress on this. I cast it on, I don't even know when, but I was looking like the answer was over here. It's not. It just has my project there. I guess I could click on it and it would tell me. Anyway, I started working on it because Woolly Mammoth, I think, is her podcast. She's precious soul. She was doing one of these scarves similar to this, and she inspired me. And then also on Legacy Fiber Arts, I think is what it's called. Chelsea was making a scarf similar to this with her, I think it was Woolens and Nosh, maybe it was a self-striping, and then she was holding it with a mohair. And that's the same thing that, just forgot her name, but the girl from Woolly Mammoth. That doesn't sound right, but I think it's right. Woolly Mammoth. Emily? No, I don't know. I don't know her name. Anyway, I'm terrible at this. She used a fingering weight held with a mohair. So now that I've seen that twice on these scarves, I'm like, I was dying to do something like it. So I had all 3 of these colors I had in stash. And then I actually I ordered a mohair. It didn't come in before I was ready to cast this on. So I ended up using stash mohair. So this entire project is out of stash, which is fun. But all I did is I cast on basically however many stitches I thought would fit well on my 16-inch circular, because that's what I was in the mood for, was to work on a 16-inch circular and to just knit round and round and round and round, right? So I did that, and then I figured out how big I wanted my first section, which is right here. This is Knitpicks. I don't even know if I have the ball band. I do not. So this like undyed is Stroll. No, this is also Stroll. This is Stroll tweed, but what you're seeing there is the mohair. Here it is. Here's the black yarn. It is a tweed, but it's very marled because of my mohair. I'm holding the same mohair with all 3 colors. And this is just one I got on Amazon, but I really like it. So I have that, which is Stroll tweed. I have this, which is Capretta. And then I have an undyed Stroll. Those are my 3 colors. Each one is being held with the exact same mohair. And I'm just having fun. So I figured out 24 rows was working. That seemed like a good chunk of section. So that's what I decided each section was going to be. So then I just did 24, 24. And then I'm alternating. I had double of the undyed from what I had of these. So I had a 50-gram skein of each of these 2. And I had a 100-gram skein of this. So I decided I would do color, undyed, color, undyed. But then I decided I wanted to stripe some. So there's that. And then I decided to stripe with bigger stripes. And then I did some more solids. And then I decided to stripe with even bigger stripes. So I started out with 2-row stripes. This section is 3-row stripes, and this section is 4-row stripes. So as you go, it just keeps changing. And then I do solid sections, and I'm just having fun with it. I think it's going to be so pretty wrapped around me. I would say at a football game, but I feel like we get like 1 cold football game here a year, and then our season's over. We have some football games where you're sweating, but I don't feel like we ever get a cold football game. So whatever. I'll wear it to wrestling tournaments next wrestling season, I guess. If I get it done here pretty soon, I can wear it to state finals because that's coming up. We've got regionals this weekend, and then semi-state, and then state. So I maybe can have it done by then. So yeah, that's that project. It is just completely made up. I just got mohair in my mouth. But like I said, I was very inspired by those two different podcasts. Check both of them out because both of their scarves were gorgeous. And Chelsea seems like she has kind of gotten addicted to these. Hers was absolutely stunning. But like I said, hers is all self-striping. But then with that mohair, it kind of like helps them all blend together even better. So pretty. Anyway, that's that whip. That one hopefully will be finished by the next. Where I'm kind of at is one garment, 1 to 2 pair of socks because I have those 2 subscriptions. With the Farmer Starter Fiber, you have a deadline to get each one done, and then you get entered for prizes. Hey, and so my goal is to do all 12 of them by their deadline. So that for sure, I'm trying to do each month, and then I like to work up my Yarnables each month if possible. So that's its own thing. And then I want to always have one garment on the go. We'll see if I can stick to that or if I end up with 2 or 3 at the time. But I'm trying to have one garment, one like accessory. So right now it's the scarf. I have some hoods I want to make. There's one that has like a cowl that folds up and then the hood comes up over you that I've yarned for. Very excited about that. So many garments that I want to make. So once that scarf's done, I'll probably do one of those accessories. And then one like other thing. So it could be a gift. It could be, this one is a gift and it's also like very much an other. Like it doesn't fit into any of my categories, but I'm very excited about it. So that's kind of where my mind's at, is I'm trying to have these different projects because, you know, it just depends on your mood. It depends on what you're doing. If I'm trying to like watch a show, it's nice to have like that scarf to work on, or normally that sweater, but that boucle has been giving me a run for my money. I feel like I have to really pay attention to it. Also because of the boucle, I'm so scared that I'm going to drop a stitch, and it's really hard to like finagle with that just because, ugh. So I feel like I have to be in good lighting when I work on it. So, you know, you just have to have different projects for different situations. So that's why I try to have multiple projects on the go. Socks are fantastic to be a portable project. Okay, my last whip, you guys. If you follow me on Instagram, you might have seen this, but I have already finished the main part of it. He's so stinking cute. I'm making a moosh bear. So this is from, look at him. Obviously he's not stuffed yet because you're supposed to block it before you stuff it. Hey, Fezzik, can you not please stop? He's so loud and obnoxious. Anyway, so he looks like a bearskin rug right now. But once he's stuffed, he's going to be so cute. So it's from the Moosh and Friends book. And let me just show you, if you're not already familiar, how stinking cute is he? Look at him. I just love him so much. I decided to do the dungarees, which I've never in my life. I call them overalls. Look though, both pieces of clothing have the little hole for his tail. So that's the pajamas, which I don't think I'm going to do, and I'll explain why here in a second. But here's the picture of him in his little dungarees. Look at that. I mean, come on. So cute. So yes, I'm extremely obsessed with this, and it actually worked up so much faster than I thought it was going to. Part of it is because I was just absolutely addicted. Look at his little face. His nose is kind of, why is the white showing? Anyway, maybe, hopefully after it blocks, that will fill in better. But I did my best with his little face. Look how cute he is, his little ears. The designer, who is the Cynthia Valet, is a genius. It was so easy to follow her directions. I love that, like, so only knitters, I think, would notice this, but his body basically is a yoke of a sweater, right? And so it just gives that feel, and he's just so stinking cute. But it is just, you are just picking, you're not even picking up stitches. You're just like, continue, you work this, and then you pick back up and just keep working. You know, you work this one, and then keep working the body, and then you do all these cute little increases and decreases to give him this awesome shape. And look at his little butt. Oh my God. His butt is like a heel turn. It's so like just user friendly. Her pattern is amazing. So I am very excited. Look at this little tail. Like, y'all. And then his little feet, like, look at them. It's like working a sock, you know? And then there's just a hole right here so that after I, well, it looked awkward. After I block him, I can stuff him up and then sew him shut. And that's all you have to sew. Everything else you just pick up and go. It's amazing. Highly, 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 highly recommend. I'm almost finished with his little dungarees. I just did these today. So first, let me show you the back because look, see the little tail hole? It's so cute. And then here's the front. So again, you work them down and then work a leg, and then you only have to join to work the one leg, right? And then you join right here, pick up stitches on the cast on and work this. And then you just have to pick up back here. I'm assuming it's back. Yeah. I'll pick up back here to do the little straps to hook onto here. Now, here is why I said I was only going to make the dungarees, because originally I was going to also make the little pajamas so that it could be changed and all that, and I still might, but I'm making this for a baby who is a month old. My hope is that he'll have it forever, right? But I did do the safety eyes. So these, I will warn mom, but I mean, she doesn't need to be warned. She's an intelligent person, but I did do the safety eyes. Everything else I chose to embroider on. I don't know that there were other options for the nose and mouth, but this calls for 2 buttons. And I am back and forth on it will look really cute with 2 buttons, but I don't know that she would want him to have 2 buttons because he's just a tiny baby, right? But if she is intending, I might ask her. I kind of wanted to surprise her though. And it just show up in the mail. So I might just have to make the decision. But I mean, this can be removed. So she could always take this off, take his clothes off and just let him have the bear if she wanted him to be able to hold it. Or it can just be a decorative thing. And then when he's old enough to be trusted is when she can let him have the whole thing. Look how cute he's going to be, you guys. Anyway, so that's what I've still been kind of back and forth on. And with the pajamas, it's like all buttons down the front. And so I was like, oh, if I'm hesitant about 2 buttons, how do I feel about putting like 10 buttons? You know what I mean? So feel free to weigh in your thoughts, but I just think he is so precious and I can't wait until he's stuffed. So I will, if I get him ready and mail him off before I'm with you guys again, I will for sure do a quick little video to share with you guys because I want you to see him fully stuffed. I know you've seen him a million times by other people, but I want you to see mine. I'm very proud of it. Anyway, I just think he's so cute. And now that I've made him, I have a feeling that I have at least 1 more, probably 2 more animals that I need to make because there's some other babies in my life. But I have a feeling I'm going to want to make a lot of these characters because they're just so fun to work up and they're so cute that he literally made me like giddy while I was working on him. Okay. So next I'm going to show you a few things that I have planned. I'm going to show you my Yarnable subscription for February. Excuse me, and my Farmer's Daughter Fiber. And then I'm going to show you a couple of upcoming projects. So the February Yarnable, if you're subscribed and you don't have it yet, look away. I'll tell you when you can look back, but I'm going to tell you the name is Almost Love. And here is the color. Look how cute it is. I love it. I cannot wait to work this up. So I'm going to get these cast on quickly. I get the deluxe, so I also get a 50-gram mini skein, which 50 is like not even a mini skein, but whatever. And that one is called All Too Well. Look how pretty that is, you guys. This is a little bit pale. Oh, there. That's pretty true to color. They're so cute. I love them. So that's the February Yarnable. And then since I also get the 50, or since I get the deluxe, I get all the goodies. There was like a tape measure, some little heart buttons, which I think, yeah, the buttons are right here. Anyway, yeah, it was a cute box. So very excited about that. Next, I have my Farmer's Daughter fibers, y'all. Everything I've seen from them has been gorgeous, but this came and I was like, oh my goodness, that is stunning. Now I will say, since it's an exploration of color, of course I'm hoping that one of the months is going to be green. So I keep wanting it to be green. This is the second month of it, right? I definitely hope that one of the months is green, but let me tell you how not disappointed I was with February. Are you ready for this? Check this out. Obviously it's not green. Look at this, you guys. Talk about exploring this color. I mean, ugh. So it is called Ember Heart, and this does come with a 20-gram mini. It is stunning. Now, here's what I love. So last month for January, see how it's more of like a variegated? They're not all going to be the same. Now, she did say that like it's all going to be in that color family, right? Can you hear that? That's my dog's running on the rug and playing. My goodness. Hey, enough, please. So sorry. She did say, so like the blue month was all blue, right? This one is all staying in this color. I'm trying to not say the color in case somebody looked away because they have theirs coming. But they're still playing with it. So this one's not variegated. Oh, if you're listening, sorry if I ruined that. But that's what I love, is there's going to be all different exploration of each color. So this one, the mini, has way more of a tonality to it, you can see, where this is more of, I would say that's a solid. I don't really see much tonality in it. It is stunning, you guys. She said that there might be some speckles, but it'll be like the same color on itself, right? Different values of that color. I'm just so excited. I'm absolutely loving this subscription. I can't wait to cast those on. So those are 100% going to be socks, 100% going to be socks. I don't know if I'm going to use the mini with this. I think I am, because those together are just unbelievable. But I don't know how I'm going to use it just yet. So we'll see. We'll see after I cast on. So speaking of the Yarnables, I know I've already skipped past it, but I've had so much fun doing that scarf. Speaking of Yarnable, for a while, I was only getting the 100-gram skein. Before that, I was doing the deluxe. So I have saved up some of the 50s. These are, let's see, this is April of 25. This is February of 25. And this is January of 25. So I love how they work together since they're all from the same dye. These two have more of a contrast than how it's looking in. Oh, there we go. That's better. I love how they play together. And so I thought these three that I happen to have look so pretty together that I ordered this Drops Kid Silk that also blends beautifully with them. And I think I'm going to make I'm 100% going to do this. I'm going to make another scarf like my cheer scarf using these. So I'm going to hold this with all of them and just do different kinds of stripes and such. And then I think I'm going to also work in this undyed just to, because it's fun. So again, these are all 50s. This is 100. So there will probably be a little bit heavier of this, like more often. But I don't think I'm going to do it the same way because obviously Well, you know, this is 150 grams and this is only 100. So I couldn't do it every other with this, right? Or I would run out of it. Anyway, I don't know how exactly I'm going to do it. I'm probably going to do it similar to this, where I'm just however I feel like in the moment. But that is a future plan. And that yarn, the others didn't just come in, but the kid silk I had just ordered. This color is so pretty. It's like a lavender. I think it was called pink. It's color 3. So, you know, the lovely color 3. But it's kind of like a lavender. It's beautiful. So I have that. And then there's 2 more upcoming that I'm so excited to share with you. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry that they're so obnoxious. Okay, so sorry guys. The dogs were driving me crazy. I couldn't handle it. There's literally one more project that I want to share with you, upcoming. Oh no, I'm sorry. There's 2. I'm so stinking excited about this. Okay, so part of my, I'm just gathering my items. Okay, part of my goal for this year. So this was one of my make 9s, and that was because it was filling a gap in my wardrobe. I really wanted a black sweater because I have so many outfits that black coordinates so beautifully with. And so that was just something that I really wanted. So that's why it was top of the list, right? The other gap I have are cardigans. I have actually never knit a cardigan, and that's going to change this year. So I have multiple cardigans on my make 9. And this one, oh, y'all, I'm so stinking excited. So I went on a whole journey with this. I fell in love with the pattern. I went ahead and bought the yarn. I did all the things. I got myself all excited. I even found buttons to go with it that I ordered. I have 2 options. I'm very excited about it, right? And then I realized that that pattern wasn't available yet. And the only way it's available is in a book that hasn't released yet. So then I was a little bummed, but I had already ordered the yarn. And so I was like, oh, whatever. So here's a picture of it. It is going to be in the 52 weeks of sweaters, which comes out, I mean, this month. It's like February 19th, I think. But I was like, dang it. So I have to buy 52 patterns, which the book is like $50, right? I did the digital version because it comes from not here. I think Europe, somewhere in Europe. And so I just didn't know how that would be with customs and all of that. So I just decided to do the digital version. That's how I have all my patterns anyway. Anyway, so I went ahead and ordered the book. But here's the yarn. I'm still very excited about it. It's just, it kind of put like a whole new thing. But I will say in that book, there's a bunch of other patterns that I'm also excited to knit in the future. So it's still fine. It's still fine. But I'm going to say something after I'm done showing you these yarns and buttons. I'm going to say something and you're going to understand why I'm feeling what I'm feeling. Okay. So I decided to go with the Modish Merino, which is a newer yarn from, of course, Knitpicks. It is extra fine merino, 100%, but it's called easy wash. So it's like it has some of the characteristics, like you can still machine wash it cold, right? So it's got some of the characteristics of superwash, but it's not full on superwash. It is still very soft. It feels amazing. So here are the colors. This is flat white. It's like a barely off white. It's gorgeous. I'm going to stripe that with champagne, which is this beautiful pale pink. So that's going to be the main body of the sweater. And then my button band, instead of doing the stripes how they did, I'm using, what is this? Tangelo. Look how pretty that's going to be, you guys. I am so stinking excited. Oh, I cannot wait. And then, if that wasn't enough, I ordered buttons. Now, I got these on an Etsy shop, so I was like, who knows if they're going to be as pretty, y'all. You just don't know when you order online. But these are stunning. In person, they are stunning. So here's one of my options. I don't know why I got two of them out. It's like impossible to hold the two together. So here's the pink. Look, it's literally the identical pink. So it would be on the orange part, right? This is my button band, which looks amazing, but it would perfectly match the stripes. So that's one option. And then the other option, which was from the same, here's the company I got them from on Etsy, which also she shipped really fast. Her pictures were obviously perfect because look at how well this one matches too. So I was matching them up online. They literally came in, and this one's so fun. It's got like this crackle. I mean, it's identical, you guys. So that if I want it to blend more, but then the crackle helps it stand out a little, right? So it's like I can't go wrong. Sit down, relax. Again, so sorry. So what I was saying before my dog rudely interrupted me is I cannot go wrong with either of these. They both match the project. They both match the project so perfectly that I can't go wrong. So it's going to be a tough decision, but I feel like once it's worked up and it's time to add the buttons, it's going to be fine. And I'm going to know exactly which one is perfect. So I'm very excited about that. Now, here's where the little bit of bummed comes in, because I went through that whole ordeal, right, with it being in the book. The reason that I'm feeling a little bit bummed, but also not really. Okay, I already ordered the book. It's got some awesome patterns in it. It's going to be fine. But if y'all are a part of Andrea Mowry's newsletter, you know that today she came out with a sweater that very much looks similar to the one that I got the whole book for. In fact, it's got the solid button band even, right? On top of that, it is the yarn that she used. This is not the same yarn, but it has similar properties to a yarn that I have been dying to use from Knitpicks. So it is called the You and Billy, like EWE and Billy. And it says it's a DK, but it's like similar properties to her worsted that she used. Anyway, it is 75% merino wool and 25% kid mohair. Hers is cotton and mohair blend. I get it. Wool and cotton aren't the same thing. But what I'm saying is it's got that mohair blend in it, and it's something I've been dying to use. And then it looks the way I wanted it to look. Whatever. Turns out I already had a little bit of this. Excuse me. I was going to make some hoods with them. And instead, her pattern came out today, and I was like, instant add to cart. Yes, please. I want to make that. The colors she used were stunning. Would love to do something similar. But I want to do something completely different. I already had this gorgeous. It's the color Acorn. I've not got to use this yarn yet. I really wanted it in a garment. I wanted to order some and feel how it felt. It feels stunning, amazing. So I decided instead of those hoods, these are getting repurposed and they are now going to be this sweater. So I already had this color, which is called Acorn. I already had this color, which is Deep Forest. And so this is going to be my main. This is going to be one of the stripes. And then I ordered this color, which is called Split Pea. That's going to be the other stripe. Y'all. On hers, so she's got like the, hers is like a really pretty pale teal. And then it's got like the one stripe is like a really pretty, everything's really pretty, is like a reddish orange. And then her other stripe, you almost can't see it until you zoom in, is like this really pale lavender. I loved that. I loved that those two colors like worked so, or all three colors worked so pretty together that it's almost like one of them's subtle, one of them's bold. You know what I mean? So it's kind of what I was going for. But mine's in like really earthy tones. But then that bright green is going to be that little pop. But then the two greens together are like that little bit more subtle. I don't know. I'm very excited about it. I think it's going to be so fun. And it's so different from the other striped cardigan that I'm doing, even though they're both striped cardigans. I think it's going to be perfect. And maybe I'll want to do the stripes on the button band on the other one. Who knows? By the time I get there, like, I'll know how much yarn I have left. So maybe I'll have enough to throw one of the two colors into the stripe. Who knows? Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Those are the next projects I have. Not necessarily next, but those are upcoming projects. Probably this one is probably going to be my next cast on. Although I really have a baby cardigan I need to do. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'll keep y'all updated. Keep coming back. Make sure you subscribe so you can come back and figure out where on earth I go next. Super quick, I'm just going to run through a few things I have been listening to and watching, because I've been listening to and watching some amazing things. So I listened to, on Audible, 56 Days by Catherine Howard. There is a show coming out based on the book. And I thought, I don't want to wait for the show to come out. I want to hear the book here, because, read here, whatever. It's really good. So now I'm even more excited about the show, because I want to see how they turn it into the show, right? It's good. It was a fun book. Severance by Ling Ma, also on Audible. It was also good. It's like it's got like post-apocalyptic, but like the apocalypse is a like disease. It's like a pandemic, basically. So it was fascinating how they dealt with all that. But the story of the main character was great. She was fun. She was fun to get to know and to follow and to see her journey. And then a couple things I've been watching. 7 Dials on Netflix. Oh, it was good. It was so good. I loved it. It was only, I think, like 3 episodes, maybe. But it's based on an Agatha Christie book. So I kind of wish I had watched. I kind of wish I had read and or listened to the book, but it's fine. The Netflix show was fantastic. The actors in it, so good. And then one I just started, which I'm going to watch here in a little bit because everybody else is at the basketball game. I decided to stay home and be with you guys. It's 11/22/63, like the date, 11/22/63. It's on Netflix. It is about a guy who can go back in time, but it always takes him back to the same day. And then he can stay there as long as he wants, and only 2 minutes pass in the real world. This is all at the very beginning in the first episode. It's a limited series. And so the guy who like hands this thing down to him, this like time travel thing to him, he wants to stop the JFK assassination. And so that's where it's going to go, I guess. But it goes into like, okay, kind of the butterfly effect of like, well, if we change this one thing, all these other things change, then you have to go back. So it resets everything. And I don't know, is it going to be good if we go back and change this? I don't see how it could be bad. Like JFK shouldn't have been assassinated, right? And so it just dives into like, I think I've watched 1 episode, but from what I can tell, it's going to dive into a lot of the like morality around all of that. And the acting has been good so far. So I'm probably going to watch all of it. But those are the most recent things I've been listening to and watching. Now I'm listening to on Audible, because I always have an Audible going. That's what I do when I get ready in the morning. And then I also, here's a life hack for you. If you hate going to the grocery store like I do, I usually just do 1 earbud. Throw in your earbud and turn on your audiobook or music if you prefer that. And it makes your grocery shopping so much more enjoyable. And then when I'm in the line, I don't really care that I have to be stuck in line, right? All the people around me are like acting irritable, whatever. And I'm just like, I'm over here listening to my book. And then, of course, now, if you're going to do this hack, you have to do this part with me too. When I get to the checkout, I immediately pause it to the checkout, like when it's my turn, so that I can engage with the cashier. Don't be rude. But yeah, it makes my shopping experience so much better. So there's a little hack for you. So I always have an Audible going. The one I have going right now is called False Witness, I think. I don't know the author. I'll throw a picture of it up here. But it's pretty good so far. It's really good so far, actually. And I'm very interested to see where it goes. It just took a little bit of a turn, but it was like one that I kind of thought was coming, right? We're still towards the beginning. But we're far enough in that I've gotten to know this character. And so when this first little like surprise happened, I was like, oh, oh. So very interested to see where that goes. Anyway, that's what I've got going on, guys. So thank you so much. If you're still here, thank you so much for sticking with me. Apologies that my lighting isn't perfect, that my dogs make noise. One is laying down right now and the other is licking his face. Mabel, really? Oh, this is real life, y'all. So thank you for being here. I hope you'll come back. And I would love to hear what you're working on, what you have going on in your life. If you have a recommendation on books or shows, I would love to hear it. Just anything. I'd love to engage with you. So also let me know which one of these upcoming projects you're the most excited about. If you watch my Make 9, one of those might have gotten booted. Might have. But going back to that, it was the last episode 14. And let me know which project you're the most excited to see, because I'm still undecided what order I'm doing everything in. So, okay, enough rambling. Thank you so much for being here. Have a fantastic, however long it is until I come back, and take care of yourself. Take time for yourself. And I hope that you get a lot of crafting in. Until next time, we'll see ya.